Hello aspirants, welcome in today's session, that is focus line. In today's focus line, we are going to see the fishery sector of India. And why we are going to see fishery sector of India? Because of the context set by this news. If you see this news from last 2-3 days, the US president, in addition to 25% reciprocal tariff, he again imposed the 25% ad valorem duty. And this is going to causing the fear among the shrimp farmers in the Andhra Pradesh. And why it is because 60% of Andhra Pradesh has shrimp share of India's export. So whatever shrimp in that India export, the 60% comes from the Andhra Pradesh, and also 90% of the large shrimp it exported to only USA. And the tariff, which was previously above around the 16.52%, it is now increased around 60%. So there is huge increase in the tariff, and that is going to destroy the livelihood of the many farmers in Andhra Pradesh and also all over the coastal or fisheries farmers in India. So because of this news, we are going to see the fishery sector, what is the significance, the data, facts related, the challenges, and what are the initiative brought by the government of India. So when it comes to the data and fact, when it comes to the production, India is third largest producer of fisher and second largest aquaculture nation. So this is the significant data when it comes to the production and India's ranking in the world. And when it comes to domestic production, if you see, there is significant rise from in last 10 years. So in 2013-14, where India was producing around 95 lakh ton per year, now it is gone to the 185 lakh ton per year in 2023 and 24. So there is 200% jump when it comes to the production. Second thing, when it comes to the share of inland and marine sector in the production, there is also significant variation. So in 1980s, if you see, the inland sector had around 36% share in total fish production, but after 2002 and currently, that share of inland fishery, when it comes to share of inland and marine sector, the share of inland sector is rose around till the 70%. So currently, whatever the India produces when it comes to fishery sector, 70% comes from the inland and the remaining 30% from the marine. So this is the biggest change when it comes to the production, the place of production. So apart from this, if you see the India's rank in export, India is the fourth largest exporter. So there is also significant ranking India had got in the fishery sector, so which is the fourth largest exporter. And when it comes to the share, the change in the value of the export in 2013-14, India was exporting around 30,000 crore export. So the value of export was the 30,000 crore. Now it has gone to the 60,000 crore, approximately 60,000 crore in 2023 and 24. So here also there is double. It also export is double in the last 10 years. So that's why the fishery sector has the significant contribution when it comes to the country's economic growth, the export of the country. And when it comes to the state-wise ranking, if you see, Andhra Pradesh is the largest producer in the country, and followed by the second largest producer is the West Bengal. After that, on third place, Gujarat comes. So this is the state-wise ranking, and this is the brief data which you require to write introduction and if there is question comes in the prelims. So this is the brief data and the facts that are related to fishery sector. Now we are going to see the fishery sector from the mains angle. When it comes to the mains angle, first we are going to see what is the significance of fishery sector in Indian economy. So when it comes to the significance in economy, first is a contribution to GDP. So in overall GDP contribution, fishery sector accounts around 1% to total GDP, and to agriculture GVA contributes around the 5%. So this is the contribution to the India's GDP. And also when it comes to the economic growth, the average growth of fishery sector, it is around the 8% present time. So this is also significant rise in economical the average growth, which was previously it was the around 5 to 6%. Now it is becoming around the 8%. And comes to GDP and agriculture GVA, there is also significant contribution. So apart from this, there is significant contribution when it comes to employment and livelihood. So when it comes to the employment and livelihood, it gives employment to around 28 million peoples. The 28 million peoples involved in fishery sector in different phases. Primary sector, that is the primary level, that is the fishing, then again the processing, all this where nearly 28 million people are involved. Apart from this, there is significant contribution to the women also. So 14% women workforce is employed in the fishery sector. So this is the employment and other data. And when it comes to the allied sector, so there are certain allied sectors like equipment production, equipment that relate to aqua farming, and also when the vessel, all these allied sector they are also depending on the fishery sector, the primary sector. So this is the economical contribution of fishery sector to when it comes to Indian economy. Then again, apart from the economical contribution, we have seen the export contribution. So nearly around 60,000 crore we earn from the fishery sector only. So this is the again one more fact related to fishery sector when it comes to the Indian economy. So after the economy, we'll see what are the social significance of the fishery sector. So if you see, there is cultural value that is related to fishery sector. So there is cultural aspect that is related to fishery sector. When it comes to cultural value, you can give the example of recently celebrated Narli Purnima in Maharashtra. So there is the community, the Koli community in Maharashtra, which celebrate this Narli Purnima, and it is closely related to fishing. So this is the cultural value. There is the culture, the aspect of society depend on the particular sector. So this is the social significance. Then when it comes to the second, that is women employment or empowerment, we have seen around the 40% of workforce, women workforce, that is depending on the fishery sector. So this is the one more social significance which gives the employment to women. Then after this, most significant is the food security. So when it comes to food security, fish considered as source of the protein, all the actually that whatever needs nutrition that needs for body. So fish is a good source of the all nutrition. So from perspective of food security also, this fishery sector is very crucial. So these are the social and economical significance that we saw the briefly. Now we'll come to our actual part. What are the challenges? Because if you see, there is a huge 28 million population that depends on the fishery sector. But if you consider the contribution to GDP, it's approximately 1%. And when it comes to agriculture GVA, it meagerly, that is 5%. So we need to see the challenges in detail, because this is the crucial issue, crucial part of when it comes to the fishery sector. And UPSC going to focus on these aspects, how you bring the multidimensional view here. So we are going to bring the multidimensional point when it comes to challenges. So when it comes to challenges, first we'll see the economical challenges. So economical challenges. First, we can see the financial inclusion in the fishery sector. When it comes to financial inclusion, we can see the two aspects, that is credit disbursement and the insurance and other social security benefit. So when it comes to credit dispersal, only 20% of the credit that got to the fishery sector, it comes from the formal sources. So remaining the 80%, it comes from the informal sector. So informal sources. So this is the major issue when it comes to the credit disbursement in fishery sector, and this is putting the farmers and the people depend on fishery sector under the stress. So second is the insurance. There is also low penetration of overall insurance and again in the fishery sector. So this is the one more factor. Second, when it comes to the economic challenge, most important is infrastructure. So when it comes to infrastructure, the storage, transport and marketing, these all comes under the infrastructure aspect. And when it comes to fishery sector, there is low penetration or less importance less availability of these storage, transport and marketing infrastructure. Due to lack of the cooling enough the cold storage, farmer eventually will lose the value that they are going to get from the production of the fishes. So this is the crucial. Again, the transportation, if there is a delay or there is a not proper transportation system, the cold storage vans are not there, then again they are going to lose the values. So these are the crucial challenges when it comes to the infrastructure. And after that, when it comes to the income, that fisher folks that get from the this business, that is around the 18,000 per month. So it is around the 18,000 per month. That is the quite lower side. And considering all the infrastructural the efforts they put, when compared to this is the very less income. And this is the reason behind this low income are the lack of marketing, the storage facilities, and also the transport facility. So because of these factors, the farmer eventually will lose the value they might get from the their products that they're going to lose because of lack of availability of this infrastructural side. So, and again, the most important when it comes to the economical challenges, that is the productivity. When it comes to the productivity related challenges, if we see the average productivity of Indian fishermen or Indian fisher population, it is around the 3.3 to 5 ton per hectare per year. And when it comes to the other, like consider if you compare to the Norway, it is around the 91 ton per hectare per year. So there is the huge gap when it comes to the productivity. So this is because of the lack of low productivity, the Indian fishery sector is a low profit making, and farmer, the status of the farmer, the financial condition of farmer is not improved as compared to the production level or the ranking of India into global phase. So these are the crucial economical challenges that fishery sector faces in India. Then along with the fisheries economic challenges, there are the technological challenges which are closely related to economical challenges. Second are the technological challenges. So when it comes to technological challenges, first is the early warning system. When it comes to early warning system, that GPS navigation or the prediction of the cyclones or the storms in the sea, and due to lack of this early warning system, many the farmer will lose their life. Again, the potential, the fish that they are going to get after the storm or cyclone, that there is a problem because of the lack of penetration of technology. Second, when it comes to the this technological challenges, most important is the disparity because of the bottom trawling. The big fish companies or the fishermen, they who afford this mechanize the boats, they involve in the bottom trawling. But eventually there would be reduction in fish potential zones, and it affects the small and marginal the fisher farmers. So this is the important when it comes to disparity of having the technology. So these are the two technological challenges, and these technological challenges directly linked to the low productivity and production. because of the lack of technological penetration, eventually what happens, the farmers who can potentially produce the more fish or the aqua gain from this particular this business, they are not getting that because of the disparity in the technology. So these are the crucial technological challenges. And when it comes to the fishery sector, so nowadays we are seeing the major challenges are the environmental challenges. When it comes to the environmental challenges, first is the IUU fishing. IUU means the IUU fishing is the most important, the most significant challenges that going to face from the environmental perspective and the fishery population. Because of this IUU fishing, there is data where in 2020 there were 279 IUU fishing zones, and they are rise to the 391 in the 2023. So this is the significant rise in the IUU fishing. IUU fishing means illegal, unreported and unregulated fishing. The zones of IUU fishing that were around the 379 in 2020, that increased to the 391 in 2023. So this is significant increase in the IUU, this illegal, unreported and unregulated fishing, and this is directly going to affect the production because of the reduced in fish population in particular area. So this is directly linked to the sustainable development because of the exhaust of the fish availability in particular area. This is the one significant factor when it comes to environmental. Second is the climate change. So climate change is directly leading to the increase in sea surface temperature, ocean acidification. So these are the important impact or the most significant issues that fishing sector going to face. That is the climate change and increasing sea surface temperature, ocean acidification. That is the directly impacting availability of fish stock. So the most crucial challenges when it comes to the climate change, and this is also impacting the productivity, availability, that is production, and also the disease vulnerability. So these are the most significant challenges when it comes to environment. And the context of this particular discussion, that is the Trump tariff. So there are the geopolitical challenges which are going to are also nowadays that fishery sector is facing. So the major geopolitical challenges are: first is the border dispute, that is marine border dispute. So we have border dispute on Pakistan on the Sir Creek, which is located in Gujarat, and also with Sri Lanka. And this is directly linked to the challenges that fisher population of in India going to are the facing, particularly with the Sri Lanka. The claim over Kachu, the island name are there, Kachuvellu. Okay, bid adu nange pronounce madakanu baralla. So the particular challenges with that lies with the Sri Lanka over the claim in the Palk Bay. So this is the border dispute, marine border dispute that we are already facing now, and that is directly impacting the fishery sector. Second such challenges is the tariff war. Just we have seen that Trump has increased 60% tariff on the shrimp production, and the 90% of large shrimp of India, it directly goes to the USA. So by seeing these two figures, you can predict how the fishery sector is going to be affected because of this tariff war that is started by the Trump, and might be the other country will start. And third is the non-tariff barriers. Particularly in European country, also measure the Japan, which is the largest fish, one of the largest fish consuming country, where we face this non-tariff barrier in the perspective of the certification, quality certification, their quality standards. So the exports that India, the fish export that India export to this country, their certification and the quality standards are so strict that we are not able to tap the potential in this particular these countries. So these are the major geopolitical challenges. Again, when it comes to the, we have seen the many economical challenges, also technological, environmental, and geopolitical challenges. So again, there is one more less significant, but eventually it would be we need to fill the gap. This would be very crucial. So next challenge is the social challenges. When it comes to social, we have seen the 40% women workforce is dependent on the fishery sector, but when it comes to the woman and getting their income, they always will be considered as add-on to the male employment. So even though woman is particularly employed in this sector, the productivity is the zero. So this is kind of discussed employment when it comes to women in fishery sector. Second is the infrastructure expansion. This is important here because of this is directly linked to the livelihood loss. You can give the example of the Wadhawan port. That proposed Wadhawan port in Maharashtra, the fisher population is opposing because of there is possibility of loss of the livelihood in that particular sector. And third is the major important challenge. When we started seeing the economical challenges, we saw the financial inclusion. So in financial inclusion, there is inadequate social security penetration or social security benefits. So these are the major social challenges faced by the fishery sector in India. So we have seen all the economical challenges, technological, environmental, and also the social challenges. So along with this, government is also aware about all the challenges, and they have come with some initiatives to improve upon. So we'll see the major initiatives that government has been taken to tackle these challenges. So the first major initiative is Blue Revolution. So through the Blue Revolution, the government is primarily targeting the aquacultural sector, but also it is directly linked to the infrastructural development and the livelihood creation for the fishermen population. So this is the most important initiative taken by the government. Second is the Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana. So this is one more crucial initiative taken by the government, and this is also linked to direct the productivity and income assurance. So this is done to the Kisan credit cards that are now available to the fisher population, and the income assurance because of the government is providing the loans for the input purchase, and through this way government is trying to reduce the dependence of fishery population on the informal sector and ultimately securing their insurance to reducing their input cost. So this is the important initiative taken by the government when it comes to the fishery sector. So third important initiative taken by the government, that is the Fishery and Aquaculture Infrastructure Development Fund. This particular initiative targeting on providing loan to create the infrastructure in the both the marine and the inland fishery. So these are the the most crucial initiative taken by the government. And there is one more that is less known initiative, that is the Sagar Parikrama. But it is the very crucial, very important because of the target of this particular initiative. So this holistic step taken by the government, which looking after the economical upliftment, also the creating awareness, and also the resolve all the issues related to fishermen and the other stakeholders. So that's why this particular initiative is very crucial. But these three are initiative very crucial because they are aimed to the tackle the challenges, the infrastructure related, the credit related, also the export related challenges that fishery sector is going to face, and these initiatives mean to reduce them. So these are all about the challenges and initiative taken by the government. We have seen the significance, the challenges, and now the initiative. And also the fishery sector is very crucial for India because of there is huge population that depend on the fishery sector, and also India is going to be targeting to become 5 trillion economy, also the third largest economy in future. And also we are there are large ticket initiatives like develop the country by 2047, also the Viksit Bharat. So if you see all these big ticket initiative, so to achieve this this target, what we need to, we have the proper base and the resilient base, and these initiatives are meant to the prepare the fishery sector for the future challenges and also the overcome the present challenges. And when it comes to the this big ticket initiative, fishery sector is very crucial. So today we'll stop here. Tomorrow we'll come with a new focus line where we're going to discuss the other topic in 360 manner. Thank you very much.